Hi, this is James Jones, and I'm very pleased to have with me tonight my good friend Adam Short. Adam started out when he was just 21 years old working at a company called Overture, and they were the world's first pay-per-click advertising search engine. They were several years before Google AdWords. I actually was advertising on Overture back in the late 90s. And it was a great time to be marketing on the internet. So anyway, Adam noticed that Overture was growing by leaps and bounds as more and more companies were jumping aboard the online advertising bandwagon. And Adam began to realize that many of these advertisers were really just individuals like you and me, working from home and making great money with their websites. He figured he might give it a try himself. So Adam downloaded a few of the How to Make Money Online ebooks, and what he read really excited him to no end. And he realized pretty quickly at that point that he wanted to put his full effort into building his internet business. So within about 6 months, Adam had several profitable websites and was making enough money to quit his job at Overture. Now, I'm not going to say that Adam became a millionaire overnight, because that's not what happened. It took him a few years before he reached that stage, and it was really a rocky ride full of ups and downs. But he pressed forward, and things clicked into place. Since then, Adam's online business has grown each year as Adam has continued to expand his knowledge of the internet. He's created and sold many different types of products online, including ebooks, software, membership websites, and physical products. Adams created and ran small niche websites and full-fledged e-commerce stores and worn the hat of both product vendor as well as a product affiliate. To this date, Adams' company has generated millions of dollars in revenue across over 300 different niche markets online. The best part is Adam is able to build his business from his home office in what now he says Southern California, but now it's in Las Vegas and is living the internet dream. So thanks for coming on, Adam. Very pleased to have you here.
Thanks so much for having me, James. It's great to be here, and thank you for the warm welcome.
And you are in Vegas now, right?
Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I had on my screen here, I had Southern California, which is where you built your business from, but now you've since then moved to Vegas. And we were just talking before we started, and Adam was living in which hotel in Vegas?
Yeah, I was living, when I first got here, I was living in the Mandarin Hotel on the Strip, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun, I have to say.
I bet.
In a house now, but yeah, still go down to the Strip all the time.
Very cool. I love Vegas. I go there quite often.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Well, I know we have a lot to cover, James. Should I jump into the presentation?
Just jump in, yeah. Anytime you're ready.
Cool. All right. I'll take it away then. Yeah, thanks again for having me. James, it's great to be here. Always love presenting to your group. There's always just a lot of smart people on the call who have really great questions. So speaking of questions, if you have any questions that come up during the call, you can drop them into the questions box and go to webinar, and I'll try to get to as many of those as possible at the end of the call. But we have a lot to cover right now, so let's go ahead and jump into it. The title of the presentation, as you can see on the screen, is Passive Profits Formula, how to make $10,000 or more per month online. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you on this call. James told a lot of my personal background, so I'll circle back to that and talk about it a little bit more in a few minutes and how it ties into what we're talking about here. But long story short, what this webinar is all about is I'm going to be sharing my exact blueprint for building highly profitable marketing funnels quickly and easily that each earn between $500 and $1,000 per month and more. So as James mentioned, I've built a lot of these sites, and they've all together, they create a very, very nice passive income stream for me each month. And so the types of sites that I'm going to show you how to build they're just really awesome sites to own for many reasons, but these are some of the key ones. First off, they take literally less than a day to set up. So they barely take any time to set up once you know how to do it. They're also very high quality sites, so they actually provide real value. These aren't spam sites or sites that Google's going to crack down on, or that people are going to come to and run away from because they don't have any value. Quite the opposite. These are sites that add value to the internet. And so this is, in turn, an evergreen model, meaning that these sites that you create, they're going to make money for you day in and day out for months, or even years down the road. I'm going to actually be sharing one of my own sites in a few minutes that I've had for years, literally over 6 years at this stage, that makes money for me every single day, and I don't put any work into it. I set it up once, and it just continually makes money. And that's how this system works. So all in all, when you do this right, these sites will pull in profits for you on literally complete autopilot. So that's why it's called the passive profits formula, because you don't have to do any ongoing work to keep your sites going and to keep making money with them. It's a passive income stream where it's like buying a house and then renting it out. That's another form of passive income. This is even more passive than that because these sites literally require no maintenance. So that's a really nice type of business to have. Maybe you already have a business like that, maybe not. But since you're moving forward in your online business, let me just tell you that I've found, having tried a lot of different things, that that's the way to go. Because when you have passive income, you literally don't have to work unless you want to. And that's really what I think most of us are after, is that freedom of having the choice of what we do with our time. So if you have a business like this running, you have a lot of freedom. So just ask yourself, what if you had a website, and these are just questions to throw out there to get you to think about. What if you had a website or even several sites that earned you $1,000 or even $10,000 per month? And what if you only had to work 1 to 2 hours per day from home, and some days not at all? And what if there was no cap on your income potential because you could build as many of these sites as you wanted? So these questions are things that I want you to start thinking about now, because this is what you can have if you start implementing this and you stay focused and put it to work. So I'm going to share a few photos of myself, and I'm going to talk more about my background. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I do want you to know who you're listening to. And I want to tell you a little bit about my personal story because, yeah, I just want you to know my background, and I want you to understand that I didn't come from a technical background, and I didn't come from anything where I would have a distinct advantage when it comes to internet marketing. So, but I was able to do it, and I didn't have much help. So it took me a long time, and what's great about you being on this call is that I'm going to be able to give you a massive shortcut that I didn't have. But if I can do it, you can absolutely do it. So just a few things I want to share with you. This is a picture of me, and that's my dream car. So I like to share this not to brag, but just because I'm excited about it, because I've always wanted this exact car that you're looking at right here. And for the longest time when I was building my online business, 5+ years, if you can even call it building a business, it was more just scraping by trying to figure stuff out. But that whole time, I was always thinking about this car. And when my business finally came together and I was able to finally buy it, it was a big reward for me. So there's not a lot of ego behind it. You know, it's fun to have, but it's more the satisfaction of knowing that I was able to do it through the persistence and the hard work. So that's my little reward to myself. As James mentioned, I moved to Vegas a couple years ago, built my business in Los Angeles, but now live in Vegas, and recently moved to a house. But the past year and a half or so, I lived right there on the 28th floor of the Mandarin Hotel, which is a 5-star hotel in Vegas. And I mean, that was just awesome. I mean, living in a 5-star hotel and living on the Strip and being able to just live that lifestyle just for fun, just because I wanted to for a little while, and not work too much, just spend a lot of time playing, was really, really cool. So that's, you know, I was able to do that because I had the time to do it and because I had the resources to do it because of this business. I I would say the most rewarding thing on a personal level is what you're looking at here. That's myself and my mom, and she lives here in Henderson too. She wanted to move out here to be close to my sister and I. Henderson's right outside of Vegas, and so I was able to buy her this house. And she's retired, worked for 30 years for the airline, Northwest Airlines, and I saw her working her butt off basically as I was growing up, and she's always just been my biggest supporter, and definitely was when I was going through the tough times of trying to get my business off the ground. So that's a cool thing that makes me happy to think about. So as James mentioned, I'm going to get through this stuff about me, but I do want to tell you about my track record again, just so you know who you're listening to. I've been a full-time marketer since about 2005. And I started out at Overture, and long story short, a friend of mine hooked me up with a job there out of college. I was an entry-level marketing analyst. So I had access to data and information at Overture that other people didn't have access to. And so Overture was the world's first big pay-per-click search engine. They came before Google AdWords, and they were bought out by Yahoo while I was there, actually. So they really pioneered pay-per-click, and back then it was actually really, really, really easy to make money with pay-per-click. You could set up very simple affiliate campaigns in a matter of minutes and just send literally clicks that were pennies, cost pennies, to these affiliate offers, and that was it. That's all you had to do. So you would set up ads, pay for clicks that were just pennies per click, and send traffic straight to affiliate offers and make money. So there was kind of a group in Overture that was doing this, and I just by luck met some of them and got to figure out what they were doing, and so I started doing it too. And after about 7-8 months, all of us left Overture because we were flying high, because we were making great money doing this. And that was really, there was no turning back after that. I was hooked when it came to online marketing and having my own business, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I won't tell you the whole sad story after that, but my business tanked about a month, if you could even call it a business. It tanked about a month after I left Overture because the pay-per-click rules started to change and things began to get more complicated. And I didn't have the skills or knowledge to know how to rebuild what I'd built. So that's when everything tanked. I went about $40,000 in debt. I was living on my aunt's couch at one stage in Arizona, in her spare bedroom, sleeping in the living room, and just didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of caught between, where I wanted to be, and I don't know. It wasn't a good time, but it forced me to go back and really look at what I was doing and develop the skills and the knowledge to build a real online business. And that's when this system started coming together after a few years of cracking away at that. But once it did come together, it was like the light turned on, the switch flipped, and I went from $40,000 in debt to over $30,000 a month in profit within about a month after this system, after I figured it out. And from there, just continued to build my online business to today, where I made over $10 million online and have built over 300 profitable sites. So this exact formula that I'm showing you on this call, that's exactly what I've used to build my own business. Anyone can do this. So this is just a quick screenshot of my tax return from 2012, and as you can see there, gross profit of $1.3 million, just so you know the profits are real. So again, it's not just me. Thousands of people from all over the world are using this system to make part-time and full-time incomes online. And I'll introduce you to a few of them. Mac Payne. Mac is currently in his 60s. He's making 4 figures per month building small niche sites following this system. So Mac hit $100 a day recently, and that's been awesome for him. No prior experience online whatsoever. Stephen Cadlick, he had a different approach. He just built one site, one website that's just in a really, really good niche that makes him over $8,000 per month, and he got that site off the ground in literally about a month. So he says something interesting. He says, once you make your first sale, it changes you because you know you have something that works, and all you have to do is scale up. So I don't know if you've experienced that before, but once you make that first sale online, it really is a game changer. So, I mean, of course, I want to help you get to far beyond your first sale, but if you haven't made that first sale yet, make that a goal, because it is a game changer. And then Bob Hannum, he's making $1,000+ per month with his sites. He's in his 40s, and he turned his passion, which is health, into a profitable online business. So 3 different people from 3 different backgrounds who are all just took the same approach, used the training that I gave them, and some tools as well, which I'm going to give you access to, some tools that automate things and are just crushing it online. So again, you can do it too. There's no technical experience required. There's literally only 3 steps to creating one of these money-making sites, and it's inexpensive. It barely costs anything to build one of these sites. So I'll be sharing a few of my own real money-making websites on this call so that you can see how this works in the real world and ultimately model my success. Okay? We don't want to make this difficult. We want to make it easy, so I'm just going to show you some sites and then explain how you can do the exact same thing. So before we pull the sites up, I want to talk about this concept of a marketing funnel, which you may or may not have heard of, but just know that this is how you make a lot of money online. This is the way to do it. So just keep that at the forefront as you're building your business. This is literally, I've tried everything and have been successful at some things and then have completely failed at others when it comes to online marketing. But when I think about what's made me the most successful, it's this. So my whole business these days revolves around this. It's the only method I've ever come across that works every single time, continues to work even as the internet evolves and changes, provides the opportunity to make an unlimited amount of money, and puts all the power in your hands. And this is not just what I'm doing, but it's what all the, quote, gurus and the internet marketing, the guys who have big, very successful, multi-million-dollar online businesses, that's what they're doing too. And it's what a lot of people are all around the world who just have, good, nice businesses, but not necessarily huge ones, they're doing it. So this is what you want to be doing. Just trust me on that. So how do you create a marketing funnel? It's very simple, actually. There's only 3 steps, like I mentioned, and we're going to be going through these in detail on the call. You choose a niche, so you choose a market, set up a squeeze page with automated email follow-up, and then drive traffic. So, you might have heard of this stuff before, or it might sound like the same old stuff you've heard of time and time again, but what you probably haven't heard is the right way to go about this, and the easiest way to do it too. There's lots of difficult ways to do this, but there's some really easy shortcuts to making this work, and it doesn't have to be hard. So I'm going to simplify and make things very, very easy for you on this call, because setting one of these money-making sites up isn't hard. So like I'm saying here, what I'm going to show you here is an incredibly simple yet extremely effective way of setting up a marketing funnel that makes money daily and, again, on complete autopilot. So what I have up here, I'm going to share a couple of my sites on this call. And what I have up here is my site, Freelance Writing Riches. This is a site that we built earlier this year, so it's one of our newer sites. And I just want to break this site down for you and just explain how it works. What we have here is the home page, and this is an opt-in page. Probably heard that term before. An opt-in page is a page that its only purpose is to collect names and email addresses. Okay, so this is list building. So we're building a list, and that's so important to build a list. And so this page, this is where we send almost all of our traffic for this site right to this page, because the money is in the list, and you want to build as big of a list as possible. Now notice how simple this page is, okay? I mean, look at it. So this is why I don't want you to be intimidated by this system or anything when it comes to internet marketing, because putting up a page like this is really easy. It's an opt-in box and a headline and a background image. Now, at the end of the call, I'm going to actually give you access to software that will create a page like this in about 5 minutes. I'm going to give you access to a lot of other tools that I personally had created for myself that automate a lot of this stuff, but we'll get to that in just a bit. Now, the way this works is when you send traffic to this page, what we have in place on the back end of it is a 2-week automated email course. So very simple, right? We send traffic to this page, they opt in, and then they start receiving emails. So they start getting 1 email per day for about 2 weeks. Okay, now that email course, that's where the magic happens. If you know how to set up your email course the right way, which is what I'm going to show you, you're going to be able to make a lot of money online. It's really that simple. It's all about having that email course set up in the right way and having the right emails in there saying the right things in the right order or at the right time. So you'll see that I have there in that box 60% content, 40% selling. That's one of the kind of magic parts of the secret sauce, is you want to have about 60% where you're just giving away free information and tips, helping your subscribers. 40% is where you're actually saying, okay, now go buy this, whether it's an affiliate product or your own product. So this system, by the way, works promoting affiliate products, or it works promoting your own, or both. So you don't have to be a product owner with this. You can just be an affiliate if you don't want to worry about product creation. So what happens for this particular site, we have our own product. It's an ebook on how to make money as a freelance writer. And this right here is our sales page. Again, very simple. And you know, a lot of people these days, they look at sales pages and most of them are video sales pages. And then you start thinking, well, you know, I've never created video before. It seems complicated. Then they start thinking, well, I have to learn how to create really persuasive videos if I want to have my own product. Well, you don't necessarily have to learn that at all. In fact, I'm going to talk about some massive shortcuts for creating these videos. I didn't create this video. I didn't write the copy for this video. I didn't write the headline. I didn't do any of it. I outsourced it extremely inexpensively. So I'm going to talk about how you can do that too. But again, you don't have to even become a product owner. You can do this as an affiliate if you want, but we'll talk about both approaches, and you can decide which avenue you want to take. So tying the system together even more, again, someone opts in, they start receiving emails, and so this is one of the emails that you would receive if you opted into the Freelance Writing Riches opt-in page, and this is one of our selling emails. And then inside the selling email is a link. That's a call to action. Click the link, go check out our book. The person watches the video. Partway through the video, an order link pops up, and they can buy the book. And then they go through an upsell flow. So we'll talk about that now, actually. So an upsell flow, you've probably gone through these yourself. If you've bought an internet marketing training product, most internet marketing coaches and teachers out there, they're not just going to sell you a course and call it a day. They're not going to sell you a course for $50 and that's it. You've probably noticed that you buy the course and then you're given another offer and another offer and another offer. Well, that's smart marketing, and that's something that you know, I'm going to tell you that you should do right now, because if you do it now, you're going to see the results you want to see so much faster. So you should integrate upsell flows with all your sites. Have upsell flows. All of this is a lot easier to do actually than it is to even explain. So just realize that it's all very simple, especially when you have the software. So right here, you're looking at the first upsell page. So my formula that I use is, if I have a product, I'll have an ebook on the front end, and then my first upsell will be an audiobook version of the ebook, and then my second upsell will be a video book version of the ebook. And that combination works really well, and it's also very, very easy to create those 3 products really, really fast. You can take an ebook and you can hire someone to create an audiobook and a video book version of it for very inexpensively, very, very quickly. So this is upsell 1. This is upsell 1. This is upsell 2. Both video-based sales letters. Now, also, if you have your own product, I'll always take my product and I'll put it in the Amazon Kindle Marketplace. And Kindle's actually really, really simple to make money with. The whole key is getting your book ranked at the top of the marketplace in your market, and that's it. Amazon gets so much traffic that the book will make sales if it's ranked well. at the top of the marketplace. So I'll talk about how to do that. The great thing about Amazon Kindle is that it's still very, very new, and there's relatively few people out there who know how to optimize for Kindle. So it's very easy to get ranked well and make money. So to take a step back from all this and look at the whole model, this diagram represents the whole thing. So essentially, you've got your opt-in page, and I'll pull my mouse up here. This is what we're doing. We've got our opt-in page, and then we're simply sending traffic to the opt-in page. This is the secret sauce right here. This is the email follow-up sequence that really is the key to everything. You have this in place, done the right way. I'm going to show you how to do it. And then from there, you can promote affiliate products through your email course, and that's it. Call it a day. Never be a product owner. Not worry about it. Or you can also promote your own products, in which case you would send your subscribers to a sales page, maybe for an ebook, and then they'd go through your upsell flow to buy your audiobook and video book, finally landing on your thank you page. So that's it. That's a marketing funnel. And again, what I'm going to show you how to do is set one of these up really quickly in a really easy way. So we haven't talked about traffic yet. We're going to talk about traffic in just a bit, and I'm going to talk about my 4 favorite traffic sources, the 4 traffic sources that I've been using for years now to get all my traffic to my sites. So we'll get there in just a bit. So right now, what I want to do is give you the full blueprint to how to do this, and we're going to go through an actual real example together. We're going to go find a hot market. I'm going to show you how to set up your opt-in page with automated email follow-up, and then how to set up your traffic channels. And we'll just go through, and I'll show you how to do all of it. Now, a quick little bit of history. My first 26 sites took me about 2.5, 3 years to build, something like that. It took me a really long time. They were making great money, but after that time had passed, I was really getting burnt out. So what I started thinking about is, how can I make even more money but not work as much? So that's when I finally figured out, well, if I had software to automate all of these things that I'm just sitting around doing by hand every single day, that would make the entire difference, and it really did. So I spent the next few months getting software created to automate all the things I was doing, and within 6 months, I went from 26 sites to over 200 sites. And you can imagine what happened income-wise. The income went up at the same rate. So all those tools I'm going to give you access to at the end of this call. And that's going to give you, a massive advantage and a massive shortcut to getting results from this really, really fast. So we'll talk about that at the end of the call, but right now, what I want to do is explain, how would you do this if you didn't have the software? How's it working behind the scenes? Because all the stuff I'm about to explain, it's what the software is doing for you automatically. You have to understand this stuff in order to get the most out of the software. Because if you just take the software and start using it without the understanding behind it, you might miss something here or there. So I want to make sure to go through this, and this is interesting stuff too. At least I find it very interesting. So I hope you gain a lot from this as well. So let's go through each of these steps. So step 1 is to find a hot market, and there's a 3-step market research process that I've been using that works extremely well. And this is what I apply to every market when I'm looking at it. And it's based on 3 steps. Number 1 is looking at what I call market motivation. Number 2 is looking at market size, and then market competition. For every market that you look at, you have to look at these 3 factors. A lot of people, one of the big mistakes people make in the online marketing world is choosing the wrong market. And that's because they don't know how to choose the right one. The wrong way to go about it is to just rely on gut feel, because you're just often wrong. It's just how it is. So it's much, much better to look at the stats and the data and the numbers and then make your decision. So because the numbers don't lie. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to find a market. We're going to look at the market motivation. Is the audience willing to spend money? We want market motivation to be high. Market size, how big is the audience? The bigger the audience, the more traffic we're going to get and the more money we're going to make. And finally, market competition. How hard or expensive is it to get that traffic? How many people are competing for that traffic? And we want that to be low. And if all three of those factors line up, then we are good to go. So fortunately for us, there's thousands of markets out there that meet this criteria. So sometimes I'm asked, why are you sharing all this instead of just keeping it to yourself? And the big reason is because I have nothing to lose by sharing it. So what we're going to do is go over to ClickBank. Okay, ClickBank is a central player in this whole system. It's where I go to choose most of my markets, and it's what I use to make most of my money as an affiliate. I'll go to ClickBank and find a product to promote and set up a site around that product and then just promote it. And I'll do that over and over again for literally hundreds of different products in the ClickBank marketplace. And then for some of my sites, I'll take them and I'll have my own products created. So that's been my approach. So ClickBank is just a great place to do market research, and it's also going to be the actual site that pays you. So for those of you who don't know, ClickBank is they're basically an affiliate network that specializes in digital downloadable products. So if you're a product owner, you can go to ClickBank and use ClickBank to process orders for you, and you can get your product listed in the ClickBank marketplace. And then if you're an affiliate, you can open an affiliate account at ClickBank and you can promote products that people have listed and created in the marketplace. And then ClickBank tracks all your clicks and pays you as well. So ClickBank pays everybody, it tracks all the clicks, and it brings these two parties together, affiliates and vendors. So whichever approach you're taking, whether you're an affiliate or a vendor, you're going to be using ClickBank a lot with this system. So let's go choose a market together at ClickBank, and then we're going to build our site around that market-product that we determine is a winner. So we're here at ClickBank, and first you want to go into the marketplace. So you click that marketplace link in the top right, and then at this stage you can go into any category that you want. You can see there's a bunch of categories listed down the left, and it doesn't matter which one you go into at this stage. I'm going to go into Home and Garden. And when you go into a category, you'll see products listed down the right. These are products that people have created and listed in the ClickBank marketplace. And what we're doing now is we're going and we're seeing which products are winners, which ones aren't. And the ones that are, we can build sites and promote those products as affiliates. And then later down the line, we can decide if we want to become product owners ourselves. So I'm going to zoom in here to this second one, which caught my eye, which is My Shed Plans. This is an ebook that someone created about shed plans. And the reason it jumped out at me was a couple things. One, the topic itself seems kind of obscure. It's not like a common topic, shed plans, at least not to me. So markets like that are really unique often can be very lucrative. And what also caught my eye, and the biggest thing, is gravity right there, which is circled in red. So ClickBank basically tells you which products are selling well and which ones aren't, and they do it through gravity. Gravity means it's an indicator of how successful affiliates are promoting this product. So what gravity means, if you see a gravity of 84 like we see there, what it basically means is that at least 84 affiliates have made at least one sale in the last week. So the reasoning there is the higher the gravity, the more affiliates are making sales. And so if all these other affiliates are making sales of this product, it must be a really easy product to sell. And therefore, it must be if it's really easy to sell, I should be trying to sell it. That's the logic. And so the more people promoting it, the better, because it means the easier it is to sell, basically. So now, so that's one product that is probably a winner. Now, we need to look at other factors of the shed plans market before we say yes or no. But right now, we're just looking at which ones are selling well and which ones aren't. That's market motivation. So there's actually a way to instantly filter for only winning markets, and I'll show you just a really quick way to do this. This is what I do. If you go back to ClickBank and you click on Advanced Search in the upper right there, you'll go to a page that looks like this, and then just set your filter to show items with gravity higher than 6. So that's my personal cutoff, is I won't go into markets lower than 7, because that just tends to be the tipping point where it's harder to make money in markets with lower gravity. So higher the gravity, the better. The cutoff point is 7. So set that filter and click search, and what that's going to do is basically weed out almost all of the ClickBank marketplace, because it's a huge marketplace, but there's only a small sliver of products that are doing really well. So as you can see there, displaying results 1 through 50 out of 893. So tens of thousands of products gone, 893 proven winners. So there you have it, 893 proven winners to choose from. Products that are selling really well. So now what do we do with all this information? Do we build 893 websites with each site promoting a product? Not quite, because you have to look deeper now at each of these markets. We know these products have high motivation, but now we need to make sure the market's big enough, and we need to make sure that it's not too competitive. And so we're going through a very thorough product market research process here, but it's for our own good, because we'll end up with markets that other people have overlooked and that are 100% sure going to make us money. So market size, here's how I measure this. Very fast, easy process. To measure market size, I use Google's free keyword tool, and I just look at the search volume of the top 10 keywords and make sure it's high enough. Now, this course doesn't revolve around SEO. We're not looking at the number of searches because we're going to do a big SEO campaign. Although, I will talk about SEO later and how you can apply it. We're looking at it because search volume just flat out is an indicator when it comes to the world of internet marketing of market size. It's just a great indicator. It tells you how many people are searching for the topic. So that's why we're using it. It's not because we're going to set up a big SEO campaign. So we're back here at Google, and I just want to show you, if you go to Google and type in Keyword Planner, that's Google's keyword tool. So type it in and just click the first result, and then log in, and type in your keyword. So your keyword is going to be whatever the market is that you're looking at, in our case, shed plans, and then click Get Ideas. And there's a few little settings you have to make to the Keyword Planner to get the data you want, and I'm going to show you those right now. First, click on the Keyword Ideas tab, and then click on this column header, Average Monthly Searches. Click on that, and that's going to sort so that the most popular keywords are at the top. That's the best way to look at the data. And now there's one more setting you need to make on the left where it says Include Exclude. Click that, and then type your main keyword in one more time. Because if you look on the right there, you'll see that Google's returned a lot of keywords that aren't really direct matches for ours. House plans, floor plans, those aren't directly applicable here. We just want to look at shed plans. So by clicking that Include Exclude, you're doing that. You're making sure that Google doesn't give you those extra suggestions. So we've done that, and now you can see all my keywords are related to shed plans, which is what I want. They all say shed plans or shed plan. And now what you want to do is add up the search volume over here of the top 10 keywords. And you can see if I do this now, it's 30,600. So here's the scale I use. This is my market size scale that I use in my business. And if a keyword is in the green, or if a market is in the green, good. It's thumbs up, the market's big enough. If it's not, if it's in the fair or poor categories there, then it's not big enough and I'll just move on. No matter how high the gravity is in ClickBank, I'll move on because it's just not worth the risk. I don't want to have any risk when I finally land on a market. So obviously, jackpot's the best, excellent, and then good after that. But anywhere in the green is okay. So that's where we want to be. Now, the final step when looking at a market, now again, the software that I'm going to give you does all this for you in a matter of literally seconds. But this is what's happening behind the scenes. So market competition, again, Google provides a great measure of overall competition for an online niche. So we're going to use Google because just think about it. Google is massive, and there are millions of sites out there trying to get ranked in Google. They're all competing to get ranked in Google's free results across thousands and thousands of different niches. So Google's like this massive, it's this massive way to just see into how competitive different markets are. Google's a platform that shows you this. So if you know how competitive a market is in Google, you can be rest assured that competition level translates to most traffic sources online, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, because people are so focused on Google and often go there first when they're optimizing their sites and trying to get traffic. So we're going to look at the shed plans market. We're going to ask ourselves, if we wanted to get ranked well in Google in free results, how hard would it be? And not that we're necessarily going to do that. Again, I'll talk about later whether or not you want to try to do that or not. But we're just asking ourselves that question. And ultimately, we want the market to be as non-competitive as possible. Because the less competitive it is, the easier it'll be for us to get traffic from whatever traffic source we decide to tap into later. So to do this, a really easy way to do it is to look at average page rank of the top most highly searched for terms in your market. So this is just it's a little fast technique that will allow you to see competition really quickly. It's a technique that I learned from a good friend of mine who owns an SEO company, a very successful SEO company in LA, and I trust what he says because his firm it's at the top. And when I started using this, it worked. So now I use it. I've taught this to literally thousands of people who use it and have success with it. So I'm going to share it with you now. And if you've never done a process like this, it can be a little bit, if this is the first time seeing it, you might just have to watch it extra carefully. But don't get overwhelmed by it, because the process is easy once you've done it at least once. The software also does this for you, but it's good to know how to do it. So you go back to your keyword list and basically just take your top 3 keywords and make note of those. So we have storage shed plans, free shed plans, and garden shed plans. And you can see the average monthly searches over there for those, 4,400, 2,900, and 2,400. So make note of that info. And then go ahead and install a free plugin into Firefox. This is the easiest way to do it, is install this plugin called SEOquake. It takes about 30 seconds to install. It's free. And then once it's installed, go back, grab your first keyword, which is storage shed plans there, and type it into Google, just like I've done. And because you've installed this plugin into Firefox, it's going to pull back this bar underneath the search results like this. So it's pulling back all this data. And the part of the data it's pulling back there is PageRank. So you can see the first result has a PR0, the second result PR0, PR3, PR4. So that's the info that we want. So what this is telling us is PageRank is a score that Google actually gives to pages that goes from 0 to 10, and the higher the PageRank is, the more optimized the page is in the eyes of Google. So the understanding is that the higher the PageRank, typically the harder it is to outrank a site. So by looking at the average PageRank of the top 10 results, you're really answering the question, how hard would it be for me to break into the top 10 if I wanted to? So it's a measure of competition. So what we want to do is take the average PageRank of the top 10 results for that first keyword, storage shed plans. So you add the PageRank up for the top 10 results in Google and divide by 10. So that's taking the average. So we end up there with 1.9. Because I did this earlier, those are the numbers. We end up with 19 divided by 10 is 1.9. And then repeat that process for your other 2 keywords, free shed plans and garden shed plans. So we get 2.2 for both of those. So we're taking the average PageRank of our most popular keywords, basically. And then you want to take an overall final average. So in this case, we add up those 3 numbers on the left, and then we get a 2.1. So now we know how competitive the market is in Google. We have a good estimation of how competitive it is. And now you can use this market competition scale to determine if the market's too competitive or not. So obviously, the lower the page rank, the better in our case, because it means it's a less competitive market. So markets that are in the yellow or red, I will usually completely avoid. Every now and then I'll dip into a yellow market simply because markets that are yellow often have the most traffic. So if you're willing to be a little bit patient and work a little bit harder, the rewards in terms of how much money you can make can sometimes be very well worth it. But it takes work and time often. So if you don't have that time, then it's much better to just go into these green markets, PR0, 1, and 2, and focus on those, because that's where you're going to see results within days to weeks. And once those results come in, they continue. The red markets are just too difficult, so I'll typically just completely steer clear of those. So after we've done this whole process, now that we've done it, we can take a final market scorecard for shed plans. ClickBank Gravity, search volume, and overall average page rank all are adequate for this market, so it passes. So that's the rigorous process you really need to take your markets through if you want to be successful online. And if nobody's talked about this yet, or if you haven't come across this info before, well, now you have it. So make use of it. And again, my advice, always look at the numbers and make sure to take your markets through this process. So this is the software, one of the pieces of software that I had built to do this, because I was using this process over and over and killing it, building these sites manually. So this is one of the processes that I automated with the software. And now it does it for me in a couple of minutes, and I can build sites much, much faster. So once you have your market chosen, you can move on to step 2. And at this stage, now we're going to take our site live. And all we need at this stage, literally, is an opt-in page and your automated email follow-up sequence. These things, just like everything else with this, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And if you do it the right way, it means all the difference. So let's talk about how to do it. There's 4 steps to this. All of these steps as well, most of them are completely automated with the software I'm going to give you. But we'll go through and talk now about what they are and how they work. So step 1 is you need your email course created. So let's say that you were going to promote that book, My Shed Plans. What you would do is you would create a 10 to 14 day, let me just get my screen back. This happens whenever that color thing comes up. Okay, so what you would do is create a 2-week email follow-up sequence, 10 to 14 days. And so your subscribers would be sent 1 email per day. Now, about 60% of those emails, so let's say you have a 10-part email course, 6 of those emails will just be pure content, where you're giving away free tips on how to build shed plans, basically. And then 4 of those emails will be selling emails. And then you combine those 2 into your overall email sequence, put them in the right order, and then you load them up to your email marketing software. I recommend Aweber for this. Aweber is the software that you've probably heard of them, they'll collect your leads, and they'll actually email your leads automatically for you. So you need to do that. And I'll talk more about how to do that correctly in just a minute. There's some major shortcuts to that as well. Step 2 is to create your opt-in page. So that's like Freelance Writing Riches, that page we looked at earlier, a headline, a nice background image, and your opt-in form. And then you integrate Aweber with your opt-in page so that when people hit your opt-in page, they go into your Aweber account when they opt in, and then you go live, and that's it. Okay, if you're doing affiliate marketing, that's it. If you're doing product creation, you've got to create your products and build your upsell flow and all that. But I recommend that your first site that you get out there, just get out an affiliate site, because you can get it out there in a day and make money within a few days, literally. Especially when you're getting your traffic from the right place, which I'm going to talk about. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to want to talk more about this email course. What we're looking at here, I'm logged into my Pinpoint account for Freelance Writing Riches. Pinpoint is another service just like Aweber. If I could go back, I would have used Aweber for this site, but I wanted to test Pinpoint, so that's why I'm using it for this site. But what you're looking at there are my emails. I've loaded them into Pinpoint, and they're being sent out automatically. And I just want to show you a few of them. So day 4, this is the content-based email. Remember, there's 2 parts to your email course, content emails and selling. This is a content-based email. Very simple, about 200 words of just basic helpful content written in a friendly tone. So that's what people want. Now, the reason this works from a psychological perspective, mixing up the content and the selling like this, is because you really have to gain the trust of your list and your subscribers before you can really expect to make good money from your list. So this method is not about churn and burn. There's kind of 2 approaches with email marketing. You can build a list and hit them as hard as possible with as many offers as possible until they never want to hear from you again. Maybe they'll buy something and maybe they won't. That's one approach. The other approach is to take care of your list and treat them like you would want to be treated and give away good content and offer product recommendations to help them. And in turn, you're going to take an affiliate cut when they buy it. That's the other approach. And that's the approach that this system's all about. Because personally, it just makes a lot more sense to me. If I'm going to build a site, I would love it if that site was making money 5 years from now. Why churn and burn your list? I still to this day don't get it. So that's what this is all about. So that's a content-based email. How do you write your content-based emails? I'll give you some shortcuts to that in just a sec. Don't worry about that process. It's not hard even if you don't like writing. And next up, I want to show you a selling email. So this is one of our selling emails. Goes out on day 6. I've opened it up. The difference is that it's written in a more persuasive way. It's a selling email, and we've got calls to action there. As you can see, the links saying go check this out, and those links, of course, lead back to oops, I didn't want to show you that screenshot yet. They lead back to my sales page. Now, if I was promoting an affiliate product, those links would be affiliate links leading over to the product that I'm promoting over at QuickBank, and QuickBank would track my sales and send me my checks. So now I talked about you have to integrate your opt-in page form with your autoresponder sequence. So that's Pinpoint, and that's my opt-in form. You have to integrate those 2. That takes about 5 minutes, but it's a necessary step. And once you have those 2 things set up, you're ready to drive traffic. Now, rewinding a bit, before I talk about my traffic sources and how I get all my traffic to my sites, these, how do you set up a really nice looking opt-in page like that? How do you create an email course that's going to convert? Well, let's talk about that. So that's one of the pieces of software that I'm going to be giving you access to at the end of the call is my opt-in page creation software, which will create a page like that for you in a few minutes, literally, just a few clicks of a mouse. So it makes it really fast. You don't need to be tinkering around with WordPress or other tools. So that's what I use in my own business. It works really well. And then also, I'm going to give you my master email templates. So the email course itself, that's like my pride and joy, and it's set up because we've tested it so much, and we've continued to refine it, and now it's like this just little money-making, it's just this money-making sequence. And so I have my master templates, which basically are all my selling emails already written out. And whenever I roll out a new site, I'll take my master templates and I'll leave about 85% of them the same, but then tweak little pieces here and there to make it specific for that niche that I'm going into. Because most of the selling language, we want to leave it intact because it works. So I'm going to give you the master templates that you can take and tweak. And those will cover your selling emails. As far as your content emails, those should be short and sweet, 150 to 200 words each, and all you need to do is go to the sales page of the product you're promoting, in our case, myshedplans.com, and read the sales page, and then contact the owner of the product, say that you're an affiliate and you'd like to review his or her product. 9 times out of 10, they'll send you a copy. Look through it and use it to come up with the topics for your content emails. So that person who's created the product's already done the research, they already know the market. So go in, look at the chapter headings, and write 5 or 6 content emails based on those key topics. And all your research can be done from the ebook. Now don't, of course, plagiarize, but you can use it to come up with your content. And so now you're giving your audience what you already know they want, because My Shed Plans is already a successful site, a successful product, and that person's done all the work for you. So you can piggyback off that and write your content emails. It'll take maybe an hour and a half, and you'll be done. Or you can outsource it. I'll talk about outsourcing more later, but you can outsource your content emails for $25 at a site like Fiverr.com. So you can think about doing that as well. I'll talk more about outsourcing. So let's talk about traffic now. As far as traffic goes, there's no like secret traffic backdoors anymore. There used to be all these black hat and gray hat ways to get traffic online that have just fallen by the wayside as the internet's evolved. And what that's done is it's wiped out a lot of people who were looking for those shortcuts and making use of those shortcuts, and it's forced people to use legitimate ways to get traffic. The good news is that it's as easy as it's ever been to get lots of great traffic. You just have to approach it knowing that there are no secrets. It's that simple. So my 4 favorite places to get traffic are ClickBank, Google, Facebook, and YouTube. And it's just about knowing how to use these services to get traffic. It's just as easy to get traffic from them as it is to try to find some loophole. So for each of these, I have what I would call my traffic blueprint or my traffic cheat sheet. And getting traffic from each of these places is a formula. I'll give you those cheat sheets. If you want to get traffic from Facebook, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. It's just like that. It's not any more complicated. So I'll go through now and I'll show you how I get traffic from each of these places. I'll just show you the highlights because there's lots of little tricks to maximizing your traffic from these sources. But I'll show you just some of the highlights. If there's time and there's questions, we'll talk more about it. But this is what I use to drive millions of visitors every year to my sites. So first off, here's a fan page for my site, Freelance Writing Riches. So I'll always do that. When you go into a niche, build your Facebook fan page. So last time I checked, we were at about 69,000 fans, as you can see there. And that's been great because when you start building your fan base in Facebook, you can easily start siphoning those people off into your autoresponder sequence. So one easy way to do that is to use this little Facebook plugin. You can see 72 hours to immediate income. Someone clicks that, and the opt-in page is pulled straight into Facebook, so they never leave Facebook. So we've probably increased our list by 25,000 or so just from our Facebook fans, people opting in. It's literally that effective. So so that's one of the easy ways to get traffic from Facebook, building up your fan base. And there's lots of different ways to get fans on Facebook, most of which are free. Over there on the left is just a link that leads back to my opt-in page as well. So that's another place you want to put your link. And other than that, it's just posting on your fan page and making sure that people come back to your opt-in page. Now, right here is another little plugin. So we'll talk a little bit about YouTube now. So YouTube's another great place, awesome place to get traffic. And once you start getting traffic from YouTube, you can start integrating your traffic sources. You can use this plugin to pull your YouTube videos straight into Facebook. Now, the reason that works so well is because if you want to get your videos ranked well in YouTube, the key is to get views, legitimate views, as many views as possible. The more views you get on your videos, the higher they'll rank in YouTube. So yeah, pulling these into Facebook like this, your fans will start watching your videos, giving you views, thereby pushing your videos up YouTube, where people will find them and watch them and end up back at your opt-in page. So I'm going to talk about another site now of mine, betatips.com. So for this particular site, we use YouTube a lot. We have a YouTube channel, and that's been one of the best sources of traffic for this site. So you can see the site is the same model as Freelance Writing Riches. We've got an opt-in page, and that's it, an opt-in page and a follow-up sequence. So here's the YouTube channel, and you can see here are some of the videos, 21,000 views, 27,000. If you can just get a small fraction of people who hit your YouTube page back to your opt-in page, when you're getting this many views, you're going to be getting a lot of opt-ins. So here's one of our video playback pages, and there are, once you get your video up, there's just some places where you want to put calls to action. One's at the end of your video, go check out my site. One is in the description right there. That's it. So, so we get a lot of people back to our site from here, opting in and going through the sequence. Now, ClickBank is the third source of traffic where I get a huge amount of traffic, and that's if you're a product owner. It's getting, like I talked about earlier, your product listed in the ClickBank marketplace. And once you do that, you're going to start having affiliates come by and promoting your product for you and making sales for you. And it just happens automatically. So there's my product for my beta tip site that I promote, Beta Care Made Easy. That's one of my products. And there it is listed in the marketplace. And when you get it listed, again, the more you move up the marketplace, the more affiliates will see you and promote you. And so ClickBank is just a huge free source of traffic. It's yet another reason why I love ClickBank so much. So I want to turn the attention here to SEO, because SEO is still, or search engine traffic is still some of the best traffic you can get in the world, and it's still not that difficult to get it. It's just, but the rules and the game has changed. So I have a question here posed. Who wants to completely dominate search engine rankings for their site? Pretty much everyone, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, this is an optional traffic strategy. You don't have to do it, but it's an option for you, and I'm going to show you how to do it, so why not do it? So we have here betatips.com. This is one of my sites. Now, for some of my sites, if I want to dominate Google, what I'll do is I'll build a second site. I'll build an authority site like this one you see here, betafishcenter.com, and it's just for Google. A site like this with an opt-in page and a follow-up sequence isn't going to do very well in Google because this isn't what Google wants. But if you have an authority site set up like this, it is what Google wants. And therefore, they're going to send a lot of traffic to it. And you can see over here, I still have a form where that traffic can opt in and get into my funnel so that I can make sales. So here is a link at my a look at my SEMrush account for betafishcenter.com. And the last time I checked, we had 166 top 20 rankings. And the site gets about 1,000 visitors from Google every single day. So let's fast forward a bit and talk about search engine traffic and how to get it. So what we'll do here, type in a keyword. Now there's lots of, in fact, what I'll do is I'll pull the site up, just give you a quick tour. Because if you want to dominate Google, you need to have a site like this. So the rules have changed. What Google's looking for these days is quality in your website, and the way they're measuring that, they've always looked for that, but they're measuring it a little bit differently now. So the whole way they're approaching it is that if they send you a visitor, if somebody types a keyword into Google looking for something, and Google displays your site, in other words, they send you a visitor, then if that person leaves your site and comes back and clicks on another site, Google's tracking that, and they don't want to see that. Meaning if Google gives you a visitor, you shouldn't be giving that visitor back to Google, because that means that that person didn't find what they were looking for on your site. So Google is measuring value and quality and things like that. How much value is someone getting from your site? And that all comes back to content. So how do you create a content-rich site that makes people stay? And how do you do it without breaking your back? How do you do it really, really fast? Well, this whole site here was built with a piece of software that I'm going to give you access to that we literally spent over $200,000 having developed. It's that powerful, that I call the Authority Site Builder. And it will create sophisticated sites like this in a matter of a couple of hours of putting all your settings in place. And then you'll have a site like this where you can dominate Google in your niche. So this is going to give you a massive, massive advantage. So again, it's all about creating stickiness on your site. You don't want people coming to your site and leaving. You also want people clicking around because Google's measuring bounce rate. Bounce rate is when everybody comes to your site, looks at one page and leaves. Google's measuring, okay, are they looking at more other pages of your site? Because the more pages they're looking at, the more they're getting pulled into your content, and the more value they're getting, and the longer they're staying on your site. So this software has too many features to talk about in this presentation, and I want to get you access to the software and get you set up. So we're gonna turn to that in a sec. I'm almost done with the content part of this, but just to show you, I want to talk about why this site does so well. It's because of the content, the way the content's presented, the way it's interlinked. All of that creates stickiness. So if we go to, for instance, the Learning tab, we have article galleries on different topics. If we go to Aquarium Setup, that's one of the galleries, there's articles within that gallery. So if we go to this article, you'll see there's a level of detail here that gets people engaged. So it's little things like social media buttons, built-in commenting, interlinking between articles, as you can see here. Having a most popular article section on the right because people like to click things that are the most popular. Those types of things all contribute to a site that appears to be very active, and therefore people are going to want to become a part of it. Over here we have our image gallery. So that's another way to tap into a lot of Google traffic, is to create an image gallery like this. And Site Builder will do this for you because all of these images are going to get listed in Google Images. And we have something set up where our users send us images and then they get listed in the gallery automatically. So you can get a ton of traffic from Google Images when you have your image gallery set up. This is a video gallery. So all of the videos that you load to YouTube, you want to also embed on your site like this and start collecting comments. And then, of course, we have the forum. A forum is a great way to create a lot of site stickiness. So this is our Beta Fish forum. We launched this a couple months ago. It's doing pretty well. So this gets a lot of people engaged. We have a feed from the forum coming back to the home page. So the latest forum posts are here, and so the home page is always being refreshed with new content. So the site's alive, and that's what Google wants to see. Up here we have a slider feeding into different categories of the site, and so on. So that's just a small, quick, brief tour, but that's why this is an authority site. So heading back to our presentation here, because I don't want to distract from the core model here, which again is this, what we're looking at here, where you set up an opt-in page, drive traffic, send email, and make money. The authority site's an option, but that's it. It's an option. So with all of this said, I've done a lot of talking here, and it's easier to do this, like I said, than it is to even talk about it. And the time that we've been sitting here, if you had access to the software, you could have already built the site by now. I'm not trying to rub that in because you're going to have access to the software soon. But like I've talked about, it's necessary to go through that stuff. So I hope everybody enjoyed that and has gotten some value from what we just talked about there. But what I'm going to do now is we'll turn our attention to how you can get started with this. And not just get started, but how you can jump in, start cranking these sites out and making money with this. So let's get into it. First off, what I want to mention before I pull this up here, I'm going to give you 4 shortcuts, 4 massive shortcuts. When I was learning how to do all this, I didn't have these, so it took me a long time to finally get to where I wanted to be. And with these shortcuts, though, you should be able to start seeing results literally within days to weeks if you take action and you start and you just stay focused. So literally, actual revenue, actual earnings within days to weeks. And I'm not just saying that. I'm actually going to talk about literally. There's hundreds of people doing that as we speak. who are already using this system, this formula. So the 4 shortcuts that I'm going to talk about right now are high-quality video training, the cutting-edge software we've been talking about all night, ready-made businesses that I'm going to give you that you can just launch right now, ready-made sites, and then I'm going to talk about coaching and support that you can also tap into. So shortcut number 1, so all of that's tied into a Niche Profit Classroom, which is the community where you can access all of this. So shortcut number 1 is video training. So the video training that's part of NPC is 11 modules covering the complete money-making formula from A to Z. Not only the affiliate side of it, but the entire product creation side of it too, including tapping into marketplaces like Amazon Kindle. So the classroom outlined beyond the introduction, we go into detail on market selection, which we've already talked about, but in this module, it's not just talking about market selection. It's you're going to get access to the market selection software. So when we talk about it, you're going to be prompted to use that software to go grab your market. Next up is product creation. So this is where I talk about all my secrets that I've learned over the years to creating really high quality products really, really fast, either creating them yourself or outsourcing them for pennies on the dollar. And that includes getting upsells created, getting front-end products created, and doing it right so that the products sell well and you have low refunds and you get them created fast. Next up is email course creation. This is where I give you my master templates and also access to the email course creator software, which I'll talk about in just a sec, which will automate your email course creation. Opt-in page creation. This is where you'll have access to the opt-in page software. Sales letter creation. If you're going to be a product owner and go into the product creation side of things, you'll need sales letters created. This will create a sales letter for you in a matter of minutes. The upsell flow creation module will show you how to create high-converting upsell flows for all of your niche sites where you have your own products, and you'll have access to software there too. And then the thank you page creator and website launch, and then finally traffic. Traffic and then Kindle profits. So traffic is where I go into depth on all those traffic sources we talked about earlier, give you my traffic blueprints, take you in and show you live campaigns that I'm running now, and really get into the details of how to maximize traffic today with Facebook and YouTube and Google, ClickBank, as well as some other traffic sources, a few others that I use as additional traffic sources that we didn't talk about, including forum marketing. And then Kindle Profits, that module is an in-depth course on how to create a high-quality product and optimize it for the Kindle marketplace. And so that goes into detail on product creation, how to get it loaded to Kindle, and how to get ranked in the Kindle marketplace, how to get paid, everything. And there's a formula for that too. So you could just follow that module actually and not ever even build a website and make great money online, because Kindle, that's just how Kindle is. It's a kind of a standalone thing. So the training, though, it isn't video after video where you have to complete dozens of tedious, monotonous tasks, because again, the training is going to show you each step of the way which software to access and how to use it to complete that step and get your websites launched ultra fast. Plus, like I said, I build real websites right in front of your eyes on the training. I actually build sites with the software so you can follow along, you can see exactly what I'm doing, and just do what I do. And like I said, you're going to have your first site launched literally with a few clicks of a mouse. That's how fast it is. So shortcut number 2, like I've been talking about, is the software suite. So we'll go through this piece by piece. First off is the Hot Market Finder software. So this plugs into the ClickBank data feed, and it will pull back the entire ClickBank marketplace, and then it will allow you to sort through and sift through and find the highest market motivation products within a couple of seconds. And then it will also go out and calculate market size and market competition and tell you which markets are the best. Now, I'm sometimes asked, if everybody's doing this with the same marketplace, isn't everybody going to be competing for the same sites? And the answer is no, because you're going to be building one site at a time. That's number 1, and so people are going to be choosing different niches. And then also the ClickBank marketplace is always changing. It's changing day to day. There's new products coming in that are winners. There's products being phased out that aren't doing as well. So it's a continuously changing thing. So if you run a research campaign today, it'll come back with a little bit different results than tomorrow. So that's the Hot Market Finder. That'll find markets for you in a couple of minutes. Next up is the keyword tool, which we haven't had a lot of chance to talk about. This applies if you decide that you want to build an authority site. There's a whole training course on how to do that we'll talk about. But if you decide you want to build an authority site, you really want to, that's where keyword research comes into play, and choosing the right keywords, which I call money words. This software will find money words for you, and it will tell you which ones you need to be optimizing for the content pages on your authority sites. The content generator, again, this ties back to authority sites. If you want to build one, then you're going to need good content. And what this will do is it will pull back content related to your niche from all over the web, and it will display it in a central interface where you can easily sift through it and use it to research and create your own content or give it to someone else. And it just makes content creation a lot faster. Next up is the opt-in page creator. Again, this will create beautiful, modern-looking, high-converting opt-in pages for you based on our proven templates, and it will do it literally. You can create an opt-in page for your niche in 10 minutes. Now remember, to get a marketing funnel launched, all you need is an opt-in page and an email course. There's a lot of software here, but those are really the only two things that are essential to getting your site to making money. And all the rest of it is just maximizing and expanding your profits. So this is the email campaign creator. So all the master selling templates that I talked about, there's 5 of them. They're built into this software, and the software is, you can go through and just easily in the interface, it tells you exactly where to tweak the email templates, and you can type your tweaks right into it, and it tells you what to do and guide you along. And at the end, you just export your emails, and your selling emails are done, ready to upload to Aweber. Next up is the sales letter creator. So this is based on our master sales letter template. So very similar to the email course creator, I have a master sales letter template that has been crushing it for me for years. It's built into this software, and you can easily tweak it in the interface for your own niche and have an awesome sales letter created in a few minutes. This is a huge time and money saver. The upsell flow creator will walk you step by step through creating an upsell flow, a set of upsell flow pages that are ready to integrate straight into ClickBank. The training will also show you how to set your upsell flow up in your ClickBank account. So all the upsell flow stuff is covered. And then next up, this is the authority site builder. I won't go into all the features here because it's such a massive piece of software and it's so powerful. But this is just a look at the interface, and if you look, you can see how much there is to it. It's like WordPress, but more powerful for our purposes. All this software is tied into a site dashboard where you can save all of your opt-in pages, all of your keyword lists, your email campaigns, your authority sites, your upsell pages into projects, and you can go back and edit them, republish your pages at any time. Everything's just from a central dashboard where you can manage everything. So that's pretty huge. Hosting is built in. You can host up to 15 domains for free at NPC. So you don't have to pay for hosting for your first 15 sites. Next up, shortcut number 3 is coaching and support. So a couple things here. Actually, I'm going to skip to bi-monthly webinars. So every 2 weeks at NPC, we do cutting-edge webinar training where we talk about the latest cutting-edge techniques and strategies that we're personally using in our business, meaning me, and we also have coaches at NPC who are successful marketers themselves. So this is a private members-only training call where I will present on some topic related to internet marketing, something that we're doing in our business that's making us more money, and we'll show you exactly what we're doing so that you can implement it across your sites as well. Now, one thing about NPC that you should know is that, and one thing about internet marketing is that, you know, the internet marketing landscape, it is always changing. That's probably something that you know, and it's really important that you stay up to date with those changes. Just to throw that out there, because what happens to a lot of people is that they'll buy an internet marketing course and start following it, and a couple months later it's not working, and you're kind of left wondering why. And it's happened to me many times, and it's because the product owner, you were not updated that some sort of change happened in Google or in Facebook or something, and it's not working. So that's why we're always keeping the software upgraded in NPC. It's why if anything changes in the internet marketing landscape that you need to know about, it'll be relayed to you on these calls. So you're always up to date and never falling behind. And sometimes there will be tweaks that you need to make. Sometimes there won't be. So there's also our members-only community forum. This is where you can interact with myself and also other successful people at NPC. Shortcut number 4 are ready-made niche businesses. So we give away 2 of these per month straight to your account. These are full-fledged, vendor-based, high-quality niche sites. So this isn't like the PLR content you've probably seen out there. These are high-quality sites with high-quality sales letters, graphics, opt-in courses, opt-in pages, email courses, everything done for you. All you have to do is load the zip file into your software, and you can have these sites launched in minutes. So these niches are personally chosen by me, so you can be sure that they are money-making niches, and you can get these out there very, very fast. So we have some members who just use the niche packs and make money. There's an interview actually in the members area with Sabrina. She's an NPC student who just uses niche packs, and she makes thousands of dollars a month from them. So that's something that you want to do. You can just focus on the niche packs if you don't have a lot of time to work on your own, build your own sites using the software. But you have both options. So I've been talking all night about how great NPC is and how successful I've been with the program, but again, it's not just me. Literally thousands of people from all over the world are making money right now as we're sitting on this webinar. And we just rolled out our NPC Hall of Stars gallery, where we list a lot of people. Basically, they can submit their earnings proof, and you can get a T-shirt. The T-shirt colors based on how much money you've made, with black being 1,000 plus in earnings per month, and then blue with 500, and green at least $1. So you can see our gallery here that we just launched. And that was we launched it about a month and a half ago, and it's already grown to hundreds of people. So yeah, the point of showing you this is the fact that this is right around the corner for you too, and it's just sitting here waiting for you. So with that said, James and I have put together a really special offer for everyone on this call. We don't want you to have to pay a lot to give NPC a try, because James and I want you to be successful. I mean, that's our #1 goal. So we thought, what's a way for you to be able to try the whole program out and give it a spin without having to put in a big investment? So what we've done is we've put together a $1 trial where you can get into NPC, access everything that we just talked about, and I do mean everything, and have full unrestricted access for a full 2 weeks. And then after that, you can continue to have access for $67 per month. There's no hidden fees or secret charges, no contracts. You can cancel anytime, and everything that you build with NPC is yours to keep. So even if you use our hosting, when you leave, you can take your sites with you. You can transfer them to a new host. So you're not tied in to NPC. All the sites are yours. All the content's yours. We don't keep any of that. So, but we do host for you if you want. Although, you can also use a third-party host if you want. Our software is compatible with third-party hosts as well. So we thought that was a pretty cool offer. You're also protected by our 30-day money-back guarantee. So there's no risk here. You're not even risking $1 because you're protected by this guarantee. And as you can tell, I mean, I'm just excited about the program. I just want you to try the program. I want you to see success. These days, that's where my focus is on helping as many people become successful online as possible. And you can see that, you'll see that in the members area when you get there, that approach is working. So I really want you to become a part of the community, and I want you to dive in and build your online niche business, just like I've already done, just like hundreds of people, thousands of people at NPC are already doing. And now on top of that, we're going to throw in an awesome bonus. For now, this is just tonight, by the way, that you can get this bonus. We're going to throw in 42 additional ready-made niche sites. So in addition to the 2 that you're already getting when you get in the members area, we're going to throw in an additional 42. So you're going to get 44 sites total, ready-made niche packs that you can just launch and just kick off and get online right away. Again, each niche pack comes with a high-quality ebook, high-quality sales letter, the email course totally done, all the graphics done, articles, keywords, your opt-in page is complete, everything that you need for your site is done. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to get to questions here in just a sec, but what I'm going to do now is pull up this special link that you need to go to get in, and we are limiting this to 100 people tonight, just a heads up on that, and we have over 200 people on the call currently. So these slots will likely fill up really quickly, so I highly urge you to go grab your $1 trial, get in. Again, it's nicheprofitclassroom.com/James. That's the link to go to, and I'll also put that in the chat box for you. And then, James, I'm not sure if you wanted to add anything. I've been talking the whole time. I'm sorry I haven't taken a break.
Yeah, Adam, thank you very much, man. This has been a great presentation. I've been flagging questions as we go, and I've got, let's see, been trying to consolidate the questions into the ones that are being most asked, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, because I know that you have to get off here. I know you got another workshop you got to do here in just a couple of minutes. So let me ask real quick here, is this Mac friendly?
Yeah, it is, and no rush, by the way. I can hang out for a while here. I'm in no rush to get to the next one.
Okay. So
happy to answer as many questions as we have time for. And to answer that one, yes, it is Mac friendly. So all the software is it's server-side software. So you log into your account, and that's where you use the software, except for the keyword tool, which you download. But that works on Mac and PC.
Okay, great. And can you talk about how you select domain names to go with each site?
Yeah. So that's a pretty straightforward one. So with these sites, the most important thing is that you're choosing a keyword-rich domain name. So just making sure that. So what I'll do, my formula basically is this. So if I'm going to go into a market, I'll do the name of the market plus one additional word like tips or answers or center. Those are kind of 3 of my favorite words. So if you're going to go into the shed plans market, make sure that you have the word shed plans in the domain, and then followed by a word like tips or answers or information or center. Those are all good extra words to add. And then just making sure that you get a .com name with no hyphens. Those are all important as well.
Okay, great. And Jeffrey has a really good question here. Jeffrey says, wouldn't everyone doing this saturate the market with these sites?
Yeah, so Jeffrey, the answer is no. It just doesn't work that way. There's there's a misperception as far as how competitive things really are online. The internet is huge, and tonight we're giving this opportunity to 100 people. I wish all 100 people, once they got inside the members area, would take action, but the fact is that only the minority will take action. Will actually even go through the training, and then a smaller number of people will actually even build sites, and then a smaller number will actually even take the time to drive traffic. Even though it's all there and it's easy, it's just the way it goes. So in the end, you're not really left with a lot of people to compete with, and on top of that, there's so much room for competition. I mean, some of the best markets in the world have thousands of competitors in them, but there's plenty of traffic to go around. So I've shared my BetaFish site, my freelance writing site, with hundreds of thousands of people, literally, and I haven't had any problem with competition. So that's my experience, my take.
Excellent. Yeah, there's so many different angles that you can go with any market. So can you explain the $1 trial offer? I mean, that's seems pretty incredible. What are the, what do they get for the $1 trial today, and how long is the $1 trial? How long does that last?
So it's available with the bonus and the $1 trial. That package is available just tonight to the first 100 people. We're down to, it looks like we've had 30 slots go already at this stage. So there are, what's the math there? There's about 70 slots available. And I would expect those to go pretty quickly. Because this is an awesome offer. And so what you're getting access again to the entire NPC platform, all of the in-depth training on how to crush it in whatever niche that you end up going into, all of the software tools that's going to make everything, basically do all the work and build your sites and your campaigns for you. That includes the 42 niche pack bonus plus 2 niche packs every single month, 2 fresh packs being delivered to your account. And then you're also getting the coaching and support. So you'll be able to talk to our support desk whenever you want, as well as participate in the webinars that we do every 2 weeks. So yeah, you're getting access to everything. And the whole purpose of the $1 trial is so that you can get in, take action with it, and see that it works, start making money with it before your trial even ends, and that way you're not paying anything when you continue. So after your 14-day trial, just stick around at $67 per month for continuous access to, again, the entire platform.
Okay, so it's a 14-day trial. So $1 for,
yes, 2 weeks.
Try that for 14 days? All right,
yes,
excellent.
Exactly.
Just a second, I got some more questions here for you. Just have to scroll down.
And guys, a lot of slots just went out the door. We're down to 49 slots at this stage, just a heads up.
Okay, Blanche wants to know, does it matter when searching the keywords whether the keyword has a high competition or low competition?
Yeah, Blanche, it definitely matters, especially when what you're talking about really applies to building authority sites. And yes, it still does matter. You want to, when you're choosing keywords, look at competition level of the keyword, and the lower the competition, the better. And you ultimately want to find keywords that have, and James, I know you're an expert on this too. You and I do kind of the same thing when it comes to keyword research. Finding keywords with plenty of search volume, but also really low competition. And those are the best keywords because you can get a lot of traffic from them, but they're really, really easy to rank for. So the keyword tool that's inside NPC, that tool will find those keywords for you. It basically plugs into the Google Keyword Planner, pulls back all the keyword data from Google, and then it will analyze the competition level of the keywords. And there's no charge for that. It's included with your account. So it's a really powerful piece of software.
All right, I'm sure you've had this question many times and you've dealt with this over the years like we all have, but Sue wants to know what happens to your sales when, for instance, the Google Panda attacks.
Well, the good thing is I don't worry at all about Google because this system is not reliant on Google at all. The core of the system is about, so Google is an additional source of traffic, and if it went away tomorrow, my business would be completely fine because Google is too difficult to keep up with. It just is. Google changes a lot, and if you base your whole business on it, you are in my experience, not to be too negative about it, but you're really in for a world of continuous worry because they will, without hesitancy, pull the rug out from under you, just like they did with Panda and Penguin. So, but the great thing about the system here is that this is about building marketing funnels with opt-in pages and thank you pages and email courses and driving traffic from other places other than Google primarily. And that's, that's the system right there. You can also tap into Google if you have the time and the patience, but it's optional. So, and with that, if you want to do that, you can build it with the Authority Site Builder and tap into it. But yeah, you're not reliant.
Yeah, Adam, we're getting a ton of questions. People who have ordered and they can't see the upgrade. They're looking for the upgrade, and there's some issue with your website. So
Okay.
maybe we can just
What's
tell people to check that out later.
what is? Yeah. So is it that they're not seeing the bonus, or?
Yeah, it says, what is the upgrade? Can't watch the video. Let's see. I just signed up. And I can't see the upgrades. Evidently, your upgrade video is not coming up.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'll look into that as soon as I can here.
Your upsell is okay. So can we pay with PayPal? So for now, just don't worry about the upgrade. Just grab the initial offer for $1. You can't beat that. I mean, $1 to get all that Adam talked about tonight for what, 2 weeks?
Yep. Exactly.
That's amazing offer.
Yeah. It is an amazing offer, and yeah. So just an update on that. I'm looking through. Yeah, guys, so I'll check on those upgrade videos ASAP. So just a heads up on the upgrades. So after you order for $1, you will have the option to buy some optional upgrades. You'll see what those are when this is an upsell flow, just like I'm teaching you how to do with your niche sites. There'll be some additional optional upgrades you can take, but they're optional. You don't need them to be successful with the system, but will they enhance your results and help you get there faster? Most likely. So you can just decide based on your budget whether or not you want to take them. And I'll look into getting those videos fixed. But yeah, again, just a heads up on where we're at. We are down to 26 slots. 26 slots left.
And Alicia says, I am computer illiterate. Can you help me out?
Yes. Yeah. Well, the great news is that I'm pretty much computer illiterate as well. So yeah, I still if I didn't have the software, I don't. Yeah. Well, that's why it took me 3 years to build 26 sites. So no, but seriously, you don't have to have any computer background or any sort of prior experience to make this work. It really, truly is point and click. That's how the software has been set up. And once you get in and you watch the training, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how simple the system actually is, even without software. Everything that you do as an internet marketer is it can be learned. And once you see how it works, it's simple. But when you also have software that automates it, it makes it even simpler. And some of the people who I talked about on this call, Mac Payne, for example, in his 60s, no prior computer experience. He's gone in and he's built literally hundreds of money-making sites. So he's just one example, but he's done it, I've done it, and so you can do it too.
All right, fabulous. Thank you. How does this work if I don't speak?
I'm so excited to have you join NPC.
Oh, sorry.
You're getting a serious amount.
No worries. I think our videos might be back. I think that might have been one of the upgrade videos. So hopefully that's working now. We'll continue to monitor on this end, James and
yeah, actually, I was just testing that. I was testing that order form out. So let me go back to Garcia. Said, "Hello, does this work if I don't speak and write very well English?"
Yes, it does. And if you don't, you will need the one piece of writing that needs to be rock solid actually is your email course. And a lot of your target market probably will be English speakers. So if you can't write, if you'll know once you get in and see if you can nail it, and if not, you'll want to outsource it. But again, you can outsource your email course for $25, $30. So it's not a big investment. So I wouldn't worry about it if you can't do it yourself. By the way, we haven't talked a lot about outsourcing, but in the members area, there's a lot of training on how to outsource different things, especially, I mean, really the main thing that you would want to outsource is the writing of the email course. So I talk about how to do that, exactly how I go find people to do that for me. Namely, the two sites are Fiverr and Odesk. And then I show exactly how I find people and how I lock in the deal for them to write the mini courses for me, the content emails. Just a heads up on membership count, everyone. We're at, looks like we have 14 slots available. There's 161 people on the call. So, yeah, the slots are going to be gone within a few minutes. Just a heads up on that. Yeah, we're down to 12 slots now. 2 slots just went. So, James, any more common questions?
Yeah, how much
that I can help answer?
How much do you pay for an article?
Well, on average, I would say $10. Yeah, that's a whole other area that we talk about in the members area of how to outsource. So, yeah, I won't go into too much detail on it now, but on average about $10. Unless there's more questions about it.
Okay, so what are the traffic sources and what sort of return on investment on the traffic costs?
So again, the traffic sources are namely, the big ones are YouTube, ClickBank, Google, and Facebook. With YouTube, it's all free traffic. It's 100% free. That's one of my favorite traffic sources. Another thing we didn't talk about is video creation. We didn't talk about that too much, but in the members area, I have a video course that shows you how to completely outsource getting really good YouTube content videos created for your niche, so you don't have to do it. And once you have those, getting those listed on YouTube and tweaked and modified, and then getting views is really straightforward. So I'll show you how to do all that so you can harness the power of YouTube. Okay? And that's going to put you way ahead of the pack because most people are a little bit intimidated by videos. So that's YouTube. Facebook is a combination of paid and free traffic. So I show you how to tap into both. The great thing about Facebook traffic is that Facebook pay-per-click is relatively new, so you can literally get penny clicks at Facebook, 1 penny. So I show you exactly how to do that. Yep. Go ahead.
And let me just tell you, we're doing that right now, and we're getting Facebook traffic for less than 1 penny. So I know this works.
Really?
This is like, yeah, this is like the old days.
Yeah.
This is like the old days, 2002 when you could get, 1 cent Google AdWords clicks. All right, so
exactly. Adam, it really is that great.
We're having several people that want you to go over the offer again real quick before we have to get off here. Can you just run through the offer real quick?
Sure. Okay.
How many spots do we have left? I mean, we're almost sold out.
Yeah, I'll recap. Yeah, let me double check on that. It looks like we have 6 slots left at this stage. So yeah, we're getting dangerously close. So yeah, last call I would say to get in. I'm going to go over the offer one more time. Just a reminder, the link is right in the chat box in GoToWebinar. You can click that directly and go and sign up and lock in your spot. I would go now before I finish recapping just because the spots will be gone, most likely. Okay, so while you're heading on over there, I will quickly recap the offer. Again, NPC essentially consists of four components, or 4 what I like to call shortcuts. The first one is video training. That's 11 modules where I walk you through all the entire system and show you how to create high-quality marketing funnels that make great money. And I also show you how to build authority websites in case you want to dominate Google traffic, and also how to tap into the Kindle marketplace. So show you the whole system and the entire way that I make money with my niche sites. That's the training. And then there's the software suite, which consists of, I believe, 9 different software tools. And those tools are going to automate, again, 95% plus of the grunt work so that you can launch these sites fast. That's how you're going to be able to get a site built a day, literally a day, is with these tools. You'll see how fast they are once you get in there. And the shortcut number 3 is the help desk and the coaching. So, of course, we have a built-in help desk. You're going to see how great our customer support is when you get in. So there's that. And then there's also actual coaching every 2 weeks where you can get on a live call with me. We do question and answer. I'll do a presentation, and I'll even unmute you. We can talk about internet marketing. So there's coaching, and then also niche packs or ready-made niche businesses, 2 per month that you're going to be getting as an NPC member that you can literally launch immediately. Okay, these are sites, these are markets that I've chosen, and sites that my team's built for you to launch right away. And then on top of that, we're throwing in an exclusive, massive bonus just on tonight's call, and that's the 42 additional niche packs that you're getting on top of the 2 that you're already getting each month. That you can just fire off and get out there right away. So that's a really brief recap of NPC.
All right, thank you, Adam. Appreciate that. And we are way over time here, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you, how many do we have? Do we have anything left?
Well, I hate to say it, but we are dangerously close. We have 2 spots left.
2 spots left. Well, I mean, that's not surprising. You're only $1 each. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. So someone here is going to claim those 2 spots in the next, I would say, 30 seconds. So I'm going to set my timer right now.
Yeah.
Get my watch here, and then those 2 will be sold out, and then we're going to call it a night.
Sounds good.
All right, Adam, I appreciate you coming on, man. It's been a great presentation as always. Dude, you are the niche. You are the weird. I mean, you got some weird niches out there that you're doing, and it's really interesting how you're able to make money on those. You know, the beta fish.
I know.
The other stuff. Dude, I got to tell you, in my office in Charlotte, we bought a beta fish because we thought it'd be kind of cool to have a beta fish up front of the receptionist desk, and it died. And so we bought another beta fish, and it died. And so we bought another beta fish, and it died, and I forbid anyone else in my office from buying a beta fish. So that's before I knew you, so I think I should have consulted you before we bought those beta fish.
Yeah. No. Well, I'll send you a free copy of the beta fish manual.
Yeah, I think I'm done with beta fish, dude. I think I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm tarnished. I cannot have beta fish.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a real problem. I mean, it really is a real problem, and that's why that book sells, and I mean, that's exactly what this whole system's about. Is finding problems that people are having and giving them really simple solutions. So.
Yeah, and here's a big hint for people too. That beta fish or the beta fish, the like 3 that we bought, they cost like $1.99 each. But all the accessories and everything we bought to keep the damn things alive, it must have ran me into hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And that's where the real money is all the accessories, the heaters and the food and the all the other junk that you buy for the stuff, for the beta fish. That's where the money is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh. All right, Adam. I appreciate you coming on, man. It's been a great presentation. And
thanks, James. Yeah, glad you didn't get kicked off from any storms over there.
Yeah,
thanks so much for having me online.
Yeah, the storms finally they rolled through, and we're good to go now. So thanks a lot.
Awesome.
We didn't get kicked off.
Yeah,
all right.
Cool.
Thanks everyone for coming on, and have a great week. And we'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.